Hi, welcome back to Mr. Mentis ELL Classroom. This lesson is going to continue our section on Chapter 9 of the Blue Book, the Simple Present Tense. To complete this, you will need to print out these worksheets, which you can find in the description of the YouTube video. So that's worksheet number 66 and worksheet number 67. If you don't have a printer at home, pull up these worksheets on your computer or tablet and write the answers on a piece of notebook paper. So first one, we have pretty standard worksheet. You'll see you have some spaces to fill in the blanks. You're going to read the sentence and fill in the answers. And over here at the top, you'll notice we have two versions of the verbs. We have the verb clean and cleans. Cook, cooks. Do, does. So for each one of these, we have one version with the S and one version without the S. So you have to think carefully about whether you want that S or not, which is what we've been talking about all this chapter, so I think you can do this. But pay attention, that's what you're looking for. Kids, always make sure to sneeze into your arm. That's the correct way to do it, they tell me. All right. So now, you can look at the picture. Might be some clues in the picture to help you answer it. Okay? Pretty simple, though. Pretty simple. Just read and fill in the blanks. Down here we have a listening. We're not going to do this one today. I decided that listening exercise isn't helpful. So when you get to that exercise, just skip it. Then go on to the next one. And over here, we have pretty much the same thing. We're going to ask do or does. Which one are they going to use? And you notice we have these words over here, but sometimes we might have to add an S to them. Okay? So over here, they had the word live in the box, but in the answer, they wrote he lives with an S. So you're going to use these words, but you might have to add an S, or you might not. Okay? So you're going to have to think about that. So fill in the answers. Again, this is putting together everything we've already done in this chapter. So thinking about the grammar rules, okay? Where are we going to need an S? Where are we going to not need an S? Where are we going to say do? Where are we going to say does? Okay, hopefully this is starting to click into place. Okay, then at the bottom, pretty much the same thing. Okay, they're going to give you, I'll go over this one together. I'll read this. So number one, the example. I drive a bus. My friend Carla drives a taxi. Okay? So, I'm going to use the same word, drive, but we're going to have to change it, probably, to match. Drives. Because now we're talking about Carla, who's a she. Okay? So, in this one, you're going to keep reusing the same verb. You're going to compare two things that are different but similar. I drive a bus. My friend Carla drives a taxi. So over this, we blank in a bank. They work in an office. So probably we're going to use this same word here, work. Okay? But are you going to have to change it and add an S? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not going to tell you. So that's the exercises I want you to do. I want you to complete those two worksheets, and then after you've completed them, I will go over the answers with you. So right now, I want you to pause this video, go back to worksheet number 1, okay, and fill out the answers. After you've filled out the answers, unpause the video, come back to me, and I will go over the answers with you. All right? So pause the video now and do the worksheet. I'll wait. Okay, did you pause the video and go over the worksheet? All right. So, I'm going to take my book. This doesn't have the answers in it, by the way. It's just a smaller place for me to read it. Let's read it. So, my name is Eduardo. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I speak English and Portuguese. My wife's name is Sonia. She speaks, with the S, speaks English, Portuguese, and Spanish. Our children, Fernando and Claudio, also speak English and Portuguese. At school, they read English and Portuguese books. With me so far? Listen carefully to whether we have that S or not, okay? You have to check your work. I'm trusting you to check your work, okay? We live, no S, we live in a large apartment. Every day, my wife reads the newspaper and works in a bank. I eat breakfast and work in an office. Every weekend we, what would they say there? Probably clean? Yes. Every weekend we clean our apartment. I also shop at the supermarket. Fernando plays, with the S, plays soccer with his friends, and Claudio and I play, no S, basketball. What languages do you speak? What do you do every day? Okay, so they were very tricky at the end here. You probably thought one of these would be do and one of these would be does, but they're both do. They said, what languages do you speak? What do you do every day? So I hope you were paying attention there. I hope you got that one. That one was a little tricky. Okay, moving on. We skipped the listening. Okay, so next. I can probably zoom in on these. Okay. Where does he live? He lives in San Francisco. Okay. Number 2. What do they do? They paint houses. Number 3. What does he do? He drives a bus. Make sure you have the S. Make sure you're listening to whether you have the S or not. That's the lesson. That's why we're doing this, okay? Look for that S. Ask yourself, did you have the S or did you not have the S? Okay? Where do you live? I live in Sydney. Okay, so again, over here, live, no S. What do you do? We cook in a restaurant. What does he do? He sells cars. Good. All right, how are we doing? We doing good? All right, now then this last one, yes, I have enough room for that. Okay. So, we went over this already. I drive a bus. My friend Carla drives a taxi. Okay? We work, no S, we work in a bank. They work in an office. Victor plays, with an S, plays the violin. His children play the piano. I sell cars. My wife sells, with an S, sells computers. I paint houses. My brother paints, with an S, paints pictures. Because remember, this would be a he. My brother is he. He gets an S. He paints pictures. We live in Los Angeles. Our son lives in London. Lives with an S. Lives. Okay. I believe that is the end of that worksheet. Good job. See you on the next one.